These two guys met over Minecraft, and together they built an app which is making over $100,000 a year completely without writing a single line of code.
I can't even write hello world.
And we discussed how they came up with their idea, how they built their product completely with AI, and how they marketed their app, and how you can do the same.
I am the CEO and co-founder of QuickTables, and this here is Hussein. He is my CTO, my most trusted ally in this company. I have a sales background, and he has a bit of a coding background.
So I began programming before the AI revolution, like back when you were doing Stack Overflow and all of that, whenever you had an issue. A few months in, that's when ChatGPT dropped. So I went from copying and pasting from Stack Overflow to then just having ChatGPT solve all the issues. Yeah. So I've seen this transformation firsthand, and I know very well and definitely don't underestimate the power that AI has in this industry.
But let's get some background on what you guys are working on right now or have built.
We should go back to 2024, okay? So I was in Malmö and I was working as a solar salesman. And eventually I kind of tired of that. So I started talking a lot to the restaurants down below, about their concerns with marketing. And eventually we found out that a lot of restaurants like websites and stuff like this. So what I did was I was marketing some of the restaurants back then, and I called up my friend Hussein here to see if we could do some kind of web solution, right? But then one day we got a call from a guy called Mons, and he said that, it sounds like you guys would enjoy this product here, Lovable, right? And I fell in love.
We all did.
We all did. So that's basically where QuickTables was born. We thought it would take maybe 5 million upfront in investments. 5 million SEK, we thought. I heard this was a conservative estimate even.
Oh, wow.
So, but yeah, when we found Lovable, it was hand in the glove kind of.
So that's awesome. So you had no previous programming experience before?
Me? No.
Yeah, you just did sales.
Only sales. I can't even write hello world.
Yeah.
I definitely wouldn't say I was a full stack developer with any kind of crazy experience, but when Lovable worked, I knew what was going on behind the scenes. It just does everything for you. When I first saw Lovable, I was like, okay, this is gonna give me the template, then I can just work in the code manually. Yeah. But that wasn't even necessary. I started thinking less like a developer, but more like a team leader. Lovable is the team, I'm the team leader.
That is a good kind of meta framework of having. And how did you guys meet?
Well, I mean, we met over Minecraft.
Okay, what actually?
Yes. Yeah, it's actually. So we met over Minecraft, and a couple other team members did as well. We used to play a nation building server where you had to build a nation and stuff. But in hindsight, it was also an entrepreneurial venture of sorts. So that's how we met, and then we tried to actually build something in our real life. I had an apartment in Malmö, and I quit my job in December. I took the decision to try and SMS market restaurants because I found a gap in the market there. And I thought, okay, I quit my job, I have one wage. So that means I have 60 days to become cash flow positive, right?
Well, and you had no clients then?
No, I had nothing.
Nothing?
So, I just talked to Sushiyama and asked them to validate the idea, and they thought it was interesting. And I thought, okay, if they think it's interesting, everyone will think it's interesting. It went okay. It was a lot of hard work. You have to pitch, you have to sell, you have to define your service and stuff like this. But when I started getting good with the people at Sushiyama and the people at Brödernas, they opened up to me a plethora of problems. Because here's the gravity of the situation. So during COVID, we had a few actors who had a tech monopoly on a lot of industries. So for restaurants, it's like Foodora, Volt, Uber Eats. These have a technical supremacy over your local restaurant owner. So all these local restaurant owners, they have to rely on people they know to fix websites and stuff like this, and that's not always reliable. And I found okay, wait, there might be a way to help these people without actually overcharging them. But in the end of February, I started talking to Hussein, and in early March we discovered Lovable. We had a bit of a boom in April, I would say. After April, in May, we started handling the customers, and then we had another boom in June, and this is when I met Anton, and he did this post about us, right?
And I remember when Anton made that post, you guys were at 90,000 ARR, $90,000 in ARRs.
Euro.
Yeah. Oh, euro. Okay. And that's just insane. I think it's one of the biggest built Lovable apps, I think. Let's say I'm a restaurant right now. How does the product look like?
I'll give you the overview,
Yeah.
and then he can deep dive into this,
Okay,
because
yeah.
it's very interesting. So let's say you're a sushi restaurant, you're locally owned, you have it with maybe your daughter and your wife. All you want to do really is make sushi, right?
Yeah.
You don't have time to worry about the websites, you don't have time to worry about the loyalty programs, and these are like essential nowadays if you want to grow your business. So when you sign up for QuickTables, what we do is we build a website for you. We build it with loyalty programs so that people, they buy, they get points. We build the order infrastructure. We give you like an app, and we give you the marketing as well. So you get all of this in a package. And the nice thing is, as soon as you're committed, we can start building it, so you see that it's real. And I don't believe many companies really have that luxury to be able to build it before you bought it.
Right.
Yeah, we aim to make every restaurant, give them the same tool stack as like McDonald's and Max, so they can compete on even terms. Because if I ask you a question,
Yeah.
most of the time, is the biggest chains, do they really have the best food?
No.
No, it's like the local restaurants, but
Yeah.
it's just a matter of marketing and being able to have the platforms for marketing.
Yeah.
So this is what we aim to give you, like as a restaurant, and I think it's a massive gap in the market there.
So in the beginning, what we did is we did everything manually for them. Right now, what we have is we have built a whole restaurant management software and a website builder within the website builder.
Within Lovable.
Exactly. We have built a website builder that is more than capable of launching very beautiful website, very high quality websites, very converting websites very, very quickly. You could have a full restaurant website with all of the capabilities you would want within an hour. Wow. And you can manage that super easily within the software. As an orders tab, all of the orders that come in, you will be notified instantly. The customer will always know where the order is. They will always know what loyalty points they have, because there's a loyalty program as well built in. Where every time you make an order, every time you use the website, you get more points. So say maybe if you've done 3 orders or something, you have maybe 50 points. You can get a free soda. You can get free fries. You can get something a little extra just to make you feel like, okay, the restaurant appreciates you. All of this is given to them in less than an hour.
And that's all built within Lovable.
It's 100% lovable. There has been no manual lines of code written whatsoever. All of it is just prompting with Lovable.
When a customer orders, I'm just curious how that works. Like, are they calling up the restaurant, or is it like it's a UI that they select from the menu, I guess?
It's a UI. So
UI.
it's like the big stores, if you have Max or McDonald's. You
Foodora.
Or Foodora
like,
also.
wow.
You just go into the UI, you just order. The restaurant gets X person has ordered, confirm, deny.
On like a dashboard on their computer or something?
So we have, they have their admin dashboard. We have it centralized. So you have everything. You have control over everything from this dashboard. Your sales, how your SMS campaigns are converting, how are your email campaigns looking. Everything is managed from this.
And it's simplified.
And it's simplified also.
I could imagine that McDonald's, like they must have spent so much money building up their system. They probably have like hundreds of engineers.
So one of our sellers, he approached the restaurant. They had paid 100,000 for their website. And this is common, or well, maybe not that common, but it happens. It happens. 100,000 kronor, and we showed them a website which was superior. We sell our websites and the entire tech stack and everything for like $350. So he was kind of, you saw he was a bit ashamed for.
For paying?
For paying $10,000 for a website that we whipped up in an hour. I'm telling you, like the market is.
It doesn't know about this.
I think people overestimate just how much it costs to start something like this, especially with how accessible tech is. Yeah. Like before, you needed university hires and everything. Now any teenager in their room can just learn coding. That was the case years ago. Now we have AI. You can learn that much quicker now. All you really need is a good idea and the will to get started, and just go and do it. Find out what works.
What is like one of the biggest lessons you guys have learned when it comes to go-to-market?
We have a bit of a strategy at the company, which is like, we call it chaos then order. So you just want to make as much chaos as possible. And then you want to find, okay, instances of when it went well, and then you double down on that. That's like our go-to-market. It's basically trial and error, but we like to do it on quite a big scale. But just so we don't like burn customers, we always have a guarantee. For example, one guarantee we used to have, you pay the setup fee, and within 90 days, if we haven't made more than that for you, you get the money back. So like a money back guarantee. Or we had another one, which is like, you pay 0 today, but once you make 3,500, you pay us. So, and this like offloads the risk from the customer. It offloads risk from yourself as well of doing a bad job. And then you just push.
When building out the product, what are some things that you learned throughout the process? Is there any like hurdles your way that you're like, I kind of got stuck here?
I think there's 2 categories of hurdles. hurdles. One is hurdles on the side of Lovable. One is hurdles on the side of me. The Lovable hurdles, they've been fixed now with agent mode. I can say that very confidently. Because before, everything could have gone very, very smooth in the development for 1 hour. Then you spend an hour trying to fix something.
Yeah.
Right now, that has been reduced to almost zero. So everything is very, very streamlined right now. So that big hurdle has been overcome by the new update. But I would say as the operator of the AI, I would say the big thing is don't expect it to read your mind, right? Work with it. Don't expect it to slave away like a workhorse.
Yeah.
In case there's any issues, try to find yourself where it might be. Maybe it's with the back end. Maybe it's with the front end. Maybe it's in this server. Maybe try something new exactly here. Try to work with it.
Another project we have, which is Quick Solutions. So with Quick Solutions, because we believe we've seen now, we built a company, we recruited people, we know how to go to market, stuff like this. And we've seen, just when we talk to people, how many industries have super bloated SaaS. Or I believe you guys encountered DocuSign as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, now, they might hit me with the cease and desist, so I'm not gonna speak too much on this. Yeah, I gotta be careful, But, there are overpriced SaaS, I'm not gonna say who, but we saw that with Quick Solutions, we can fix so many problems in the industry as a whole, because I think that tech monopoly, I think it's gonna go down, definitely, and we can solve like actual real problems. So we have a bit of a goal with Quick Solutions, in which we want to build like, we built QuickTables, but we want to build like 10 more of it, like 10 other companies like it, right? And I believe there's a guy called Hunter Hammonds who has a goal that he builds every month a company that reaches 1 million in ARR. Now, we're not that crazy, but we're not yet. But we're likely going to, I believe, attempt something like this. So that is what we're aiming to do with Quick Solutions.
There was an instance when building out the first iteration of the web builder. In the web builder, you have mobile view and desktop view. Now, at first, Lovable confused it with the mobile and desktop view of Lovable.
Oh.
So when I said mobile view, it didn't really know what I was talking about. So I just made the words into Arabic. Mobile in Arabic, I don't remember which exact word I used. There's many different words there. I think it was hatif mode. Then it knew. Then it knew. Just have creative solutions to it, even if it means using different languages to like point it out. You have to make sure Lovable understands exactly what you're talking about.
Is there anything about Lovable which you're just like, oh, this gotta change, this sucks, or like, I wish this existed?
So there's been many times where, okay, add this section to the web builder. I want a new section for loyalty programs and everything like that. Does that well, but then it breaks how the button works, or it changes the entire menu. Like it does things you don't really ask it to do. It's very easy to fix. You just say, hey, reverse that. It's done. But it's about finding all of these little ones. If I think there's one thing that should be focused on in terms of improvement, it should be get Lovable to do what you ask.
It's an ambitious worker. Does too much.
It is. It's very ambitious. It's very ambitious, but too ambitious.
Let's say you're someone who wants to make money online. I have this job, I don't really like it that much. I know the internet has opened up all of these opportunities. I guess the question is more about what to build, maybe.
Don't overbuild. When you have Lovable, like you have everything in front of you, right? It's very easy to be lost. It rarely ends up well because you end up satisfying everyone like at an okay level. I think it's better to be hyper focused and hyper specialized.
How did you solve the first problem of trust? Like in the beginning, now you have case studies and stuff.
There are two ways we solved it. First, volume. Eventually, somebody's gonna agree.
Yeah.
Eventually, somebody's gonna agree. But also, you have to just max out the guarantees. Like you have to slap on every single little guarantee there is. But we had a bit of an innovative solution in which we went to the bigger companies because they can take more risk, and we said, all right, we'll do this job for you. We'll do it for this price. And if they disagree, we say we do it for free. But in return, if we do a good job, endorse us. And then when we go to the next people, we can say, oh, we worked with these people here. So that's another stretch you can do.
But I mean, this was a long interview. We went over the product.
It was a pleasure.
Yeah. It was a pleasure having you guys. And
Appreciate it.
yeah, I hope you guys continue, getting at it.